Simon, it turns out a very close game in the end, wasn't it today?
Points wise, yeah. I thought we dominated every part of the game, to be fair, and moved the ball very well, which we haven't been doing. Second half we didn't have a good ball set, which I can't really put my finger on why, to be honest, but thought we did a lot of damage in the first half, which I felt should have paid dividends points wise second half. But yeah, we did enough to win again, which we've been doing for a while now, so happy to take the points. But yeah, I've got to say, I thought Newcastle were really good. They had a bit of disruption in after Josh Wood's pulling out and Grix goes down after 60 minutes or so. So yeah, I think they faced a bit as well, and they should be proud of their efforts. It ended up being a tight game, but yeah, for me it was tighter than it needed to be.
And how disruptive was it with Woodburn Hall going off and Saltstall having to go at full back for you quite early on in the game?
Whenever you lose a back, it sort of leads to a decent shuffle. But we had Ben Tibbs on the bench, who his debut, he got on the bench before but never quite made it on. The lads didn't perform well enough to give him the time. But yeah, I thought he was really good. Quitted himself well, took a nice try, and probably could have had a couple more with a little bit more luck. But he's one of them kids where too old for academy, got some talent, well thought of at Huddersfield, his previous club, but they didn't want to take the risk and spend the money, get him in the first team squad. And I thought he showed us today that there's definitely a player there. It's hard to judge it sometimes. He's pretty quiet at training, but yeah, he's come in and put a performance in, so all lads are pretty happy for him. But yeah, back to Salty there, going at full back. Obviously rough around the edges in terms of the detail of the position, but he's 10 out of 10 effort every week, and he come up with some big plays again for us today. So yeah, on the whole, happy with all of them. I thought it was a good game and much deserved winners, but it'd be nice to do it a little bit tidier than that in future. And
two close games really, aren't there, the last couple, and having the fans on the edge of the seats no doubt towards the final hooter. But you're still getting those wins, and that's a nice successive win and sitting nicely in third in the table.
Yeah, we've put a nice run together, and they have been close. We've come out the right side of them, and keep saying to the boys, you can only go to the well so many times. You're gonna come up short at some point. Having said that, though, in those games where we have been real tight, don't want to sound arrogant, but I've never felt like we were going to lose. I always felt like we were going to do it. Maybe that's just from doing it time and time again. We get a little bit more confidence with it. But yeah, we've shown some real togetherness, commitment, and some resilience, which will stand us in good stead for what's left of this season.
And it is a testament of team spirit, isn't it, that you can, on a game like today, still come out the winners and not really look, like you say, in doubt of winning it, even though the points might show different.
Yeah, and got to mention as well, we had a man in the bin for 10, a bit of a needless late shot. There was no need for it, and rightly so, got the sin bin. I think they scored in that period, but generally we managed that period quite well, so that's another shot of adversity they've overcome. So yeah, there's a lot of positives to come from it, but yeah, I'll have to watch it again to get my finger on exactly why we didn't post the points that I felt we probably earned in terms of a physical and an energy battle.
And you got a week off next week before the trip to Widnes. How important is that, just to have a week to regroup?
Yeah, I suppose it's fallen nice. Look, everyone would have wanted to play a full competition. But I think it's probably right that we don't play to lose based on just for integrity of the comp. If we play the best team twice and everyone else plays them once, it wouldn't have been ideal. So yeah, we're reasonably happy on that front. But also, yeah, we've got some broken bodies. Everyone has. I'm not going to cry about it. Everyone's got them, and it kind of comes at a good time for us as well. We picked up probably a couple more today as well. So yeah, everyone will enjoy. We'll have a couple of sessions. We'll give them the weekend off so they can just get away from each other. You get a bit bored of seeing each other as it gets to this end of the season. You've had enough of each other. So yeah, everyone will enjoy a weekend off, and we'll get back on the horse and get ready for Widnes the next time out.
So one more from me, Simon, if you don't mind. Obviously 9 games in a row, a fantastic run, but how important are the next 5 games before the playoffs to try and build some of momentum before the start of those?
Yeah, definitely. I think momentum is definitely important when you're leading into the playoffs. You want to find some form, and yeah, I haven't thought about the next 5, to be quite honest. We're just taking it one at a time, but we are getting down to where we need to start moving our squad around as well, because of the rules that are in place with regards to loans and so on, and obviously keeping the integrity of the championship, where a club could, well, they can't, but if this rule weren't in place, you can't go and sign a number of Super League players to come and bolster your team and really change the swing of the Championship and how it's been a really tight competition. So yeah, we're pretty much going to have the squad we've got, and maybe a few, we might get opportunity for a few loans, but they have to meet certain criteria. So a week off helps us, but we're going to have to roll our squad around and still maintain some form as well. We can't just drop everyone out and be happy losing. We still want to win every game we play. But I think part of the performance for us is getting the effort stuff has to be there, but I think just really getting some polish about us now between now and the end, and put ourselves in a position where we're firing come the end of September when them playoffs are. I think we're nailed on now for a playoff spot. I think it'd be very hard for us to fall out of it now. But obviously we want to finish as high as we can, as do a few teams around us. So we'll be playing ourselves every week, I suppose, and keep taking it one game at a time.
You mentioned there about the squad a little bit. Does this give an opportunity for the likes of Tibbs to play a bit more rugby?
Yeah, I think Tibbs has come in and give me. I wouldn't say he's given me a headache, but he's come in and made me think. Well, give me the confidence to push him on, and we'll see him again. We'll see. Probably next game. I don't see how. I thought he did enough there to say to me he can handle men's rugby, and as I say, could have picked up another couple of tries as well. But there's other kids who are doing well. So Kurt's having his go now. Obviously, we lost Amir back to Wigan, so Amir's. Lost Amir back to Wigan, so Kurt's getting his run in the team. He's doing well. His brother Connor jumped in. He's been great as well. Showed some energy for us. We've got Callie back from his COVID suspension. His COVID absence.